Do we understand? Please, if you understand when I ask, just either you raise your hand or you type, I understand. I want to know if you're following. Okay, so what I actually want to show us today is if you're managing a blog or if your client asks you to write an SEO content for a website, like many of us had an experience today of when you were contacted by someone to write content for blog, and someone was given, for instance, was given a task to write on travels. So we want to actually do something for you to understand how. And probably if the person had taken the job, maybe he or she wouldn't have delivered, except you know how search engine optimization works, except you know how tag works, tags, keywords, meta description, and all that. Because when you're writing content, you're not just writing the body of the content, you're also writing the tags. You must pick out the tags, you must speak out the meta description, you must speak out several other things, and you must be able to get pictures. That is the reason a anyone that is into writing must know how to create at least some images that fits to what you're writing. You must be able to have a mental picture. You must be able to have an image that represents what you're writing. So, as a blogger, you must be able to have your resources. So, while putting down your content on travels, number one, what is in your mind? Which picture are you going to use to represent your write-up? What are going to be the tags of the write-up, the meta description, and so on? Now, this is what makes your content to be SEO approved. Like I said before, SEO means search engine optimization. What does it mean to say search engine optimization? For instance, if I head onto Google and I search for treasure item on Google and I enter, now you're going to see that it leads to Facebook directly. And trust me, this is me on Facebook, treasure item. As you can see, treasure item, Lagos, Nigeria, current city, Lagos, Nigeria, hometown. Where did Facebook get this information? They got it from my bio, from the details that I fill on online. And here you can see my LinkedIn um, uh, link. If you click here, it goes directly to my LinkedIn. You can see here treasure them computer programmer, Iran plug LinkedIn. And you can see me here on Reverb Nation, treasure them. You can see me here on Instagram. You can see me here on Twitter. You can see me here on my blog. This was a WordPress blog. I think one of my first blogs that I opened. You can even see me here on Nairaland. Lots of places. Now, this is what search engine optimization does. So that if anyone heads into Google and begin to type something, Google will pull it off from the website and display it to the readers. For instance, let me type something that I've, a website that I worked on. So I want to type how to monetize. Now look at this, how to monetize your Facebook using your timeline, Gist Empire. All of us, I believe, majority of us have read this article. So if I clicked on it, now the first one does not take me there. It does not take me there because there are a lot of other people that have written something like that. Are you with me? Please, if you're with me, you notify. There are lots of other people that have written something like that. But if you scroll down, you are going to see here gistempireonline.com, how to monetize your Facebook using your timeline. Now, because of Why I am able to have this information here is because of the keywords that I used, the heading that I used. So if anyone comes onto Facebook and search directly, the person will be able to get to the website and see the information. Without your tags, your keywords, your title, your write-up does not have any meaning. It will not rank high on search engine optimization. If you understand, please say I understand. If you have a question, you can type the question and I will answer. Just go to the chat and you type the question. If you want to say something, please you raise your hand. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say something. All right. So you can see this is gistempireonline.com. This is our website. Now, this is the post that all of us read. You can see it's on Google. Now, I can keep searching lots of other ones that I've worked on, other posts that I wrote. For instance, if I search for the seed of hatred, I believe so. I'm going to add there on Giaga stories. Let's see. Now you can see seed of hatred archives, Nogiaga stories. If you click here, it leads directly to the website. This is the work of search engine optimization. It optimizes the content of the website and brings it out to Google so that anyone that searches for it can find it on Google. And this is how you can drag traffic to the website without paying for it. Google is free. So if someone gives you, maybe a client gives you a job to write on travel, write on romance, write on whatsoever the client will decide you to write on, you must make sure that the content has what it takes to rank on Google. Immediately I search for seed of hatred and I add on Ogiaga, that is the keyword. As you can see, it stands at #1 on Google before any other one. So now we are going to head into the dashboard of the website. Then we are going to get a certain post, get back here, and we are going to try to do one or two things. Do we understand? Please, if you're following, type I am following. We don't need to see your face, so please mute your camera. Kira, mute your camera. All right, so we are going back to the dashboard now. Now, as a blogger, your business is where you see the post. You don't have any business with pages, with you could have a little bit business with the media, but I'm going to show you another way you can enter the media. So if I make you maybe a site manager, a blog manager on this website, where you come to at all times is where you see posts. If, as you can see, if I highlight on the post, you see all posts, add new, categories, and tags. So I'm going to click on add new. I'm clicking on add new, it's loading so that we can add a new post. And so we can understand what safety is. It's loading. All right. Now, if you're running your blog on WordPress, please listen to this. If you're running your blog on WordPress or Blogger or any other hosting service provider, there are plugins that enable search engine optimization. And one of those plugins is Yoast. Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. Yoast. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. I don't know who has heard of it before. And we have another one that is called All SEO. I think that's from WordPress. That's actually the one I'm using. If you're not using OS, you use All IOSEO settings. Now, these are the plugins that helps you to be able to write your content and be able to make all those settings that will help your content to rank on Google. So we are going to copy a post and add here. Then I'm going to try to make some settings so that you see how it is. If you're following, you say, I am following, please. Okay, so I'm going to head into my files and copy a post. I'm heading into my files. I'm going to look for a post that is suitable. I'm going to copy the post and we'll look into it. All right, I'm going to copy a post, the address that I gave you guys yesterday. So I copied the post. Remember the address I wrote and pasted on WhatsApp for us. So I'm using that. So I posted on the body of the website, the body of the post editor. Now, as you can see, there is no title. Watch this place very well. You see this SEO headline analyzer. Now, immediately you post this, the software is going to tell you how well you do and what you need to do and what you should adjust. So this is like a software that is helping you to adjust your write-up and set it well. Imagine if you don't know how to use this. Trust me, even when you're writing on paper, you won't be able to know what to do. You are just writing blindly. That is the reason most of us will be contacted for a gig, for us to write for a blog. And the person will keep telling you, no, that content is not okay, it's not ranking well, I don't need it and all that. Because the owner of the blog or the blog editor will have to sit down again to rewrite it so that it can be SEO responsive. And when it happens like that, the person will not pay you. Are you guys with me? This is the reason why lots of us are writing and your client is refusing to pay. Because you're just writing blindly. You're not writing from the approved software. I know most of us, we may say we don't have the opportunity to use the required software to write. So we just write on a paper, on a pen, or we can type it on our Facebook, on our notepad, on our phones, just copy it and send to the person. No, you must understand that there are some certain techniques, there are some certain things you have to do for your content to be SEO approved. Now, I have just pasted the content here. I have not done any setting. Now, assuming that you wrote this for me and I will just copy it and paste, it will not rank well. I cannot publish. Please, who is speaking?
Can you bring your voice down?
Can you mute your mic, please? Okay. So let's start working on this post. Let's start to tweak it around and do some certain things to see. Now, if I click on this headliner, you can see SEO headline analyzer. It scores me from 0 to 100. Now, as you can see, there is no headline. This is to show you that all your content must always come with a title. I've seen most of us write content and send without a caption, without a title. When once you first post it on a blog, the headliner will tell you, hey, there is no caption. Sit down and give a caption to it. So now I'm going to give a caption. Watch what it's going to do. So I decide to give it a welcome message. Now, look at this. Immediately I wrote it, a welcome message. It changes to 42. Are we following? So it's telling me, it's not up to 50. It's only 42. That means it's not good enough. Do we understand? Now, let's go to the analyzer. They say a very good score is between 70 and 90. I hope you guys are following. Are you reading it? Now, the analyzer says a very good score is between 70 and 90. For best result, you should strive for 70 and above. Now, they are going to tell me what to change. They will try to suggest what I should change for me to have a better ranking. Now, the first thing they say that my word is not balanced. My word is not balanced. So that is the issue. That is why you see this yellow warning. It is not balanced. And they give me green. They say it is sentiment, like it's active. They say your headline has a positive sentiment. Positive headlines tend to get better engagement. I hope you're reading this. Let me copy and send to you. This is just like to say that every caption, every title you give on your write-up matters a lot, because it's either it's going to give a positive sentiment or a negative one. So a welcome message, like it's positive. So they rank me, it turns to green. That is to tell me that you have done well to make it positive. But the word is not balanced. So they have to give me a 42% score. So we are going to tweak it around and see how we can have at least 70. Do we understand? So a welcome message to the group. So let's see how that one will rank. I'm going to save it as draft. Oh, it ranks 66. Are you following? Are we following, please? Now, the ranking has changed from 42 to 66. So let's see what they say. Now, a very good score is between 70. They have to remind me again. So that means I am still 4% less of what is expected. So they have to show it to me that if the previous score was 42%, which I had a welcome message, that means at least I'm doing well. So I have reached at least 60. So now they say that my word balance is okay. They tick it right. And the sentiment is okay, it's positive. The headline type, they say that it is too short. So probably that is the problem. Have you seen here? The character count is too short. The character count is too short. Headline type is correct, but the character count is too short. So when giving titles to your article, you have to be careful of if the caption is too short. For instance, the write-up we just finished, we give it the writer's predator. If we take it here, it will be too short. Are you guys with me? Okay, let me give you a warning. In the next 10 minutes, you'll be locked out. So you click the link and log in again. Please. Please, if you heard me, just say I hear you. Please. In the next 10 minutes, everyone will be locked out. Click the link and join again. Okay.
Heard you.
Okay, so A welcome message to the group as at least ranked 66%. Now, if you check this other one, which is the score, it's beginning to go up. We've not entered that one yet. We may not even enter today because there is a whole lot to talk about when it has to do with search engine optimization. There is so much to talk about. So today we are focusing on headlines. That is your story headlines, your captions. All right. There is a lot to talk about. So I want everyone to be patient enough to learn. So we may not enter any other part today. We may work only on the headlines. I want you to know that it is possible to have 100 over 100. I have had 100 before. I've had 90. I've had 80 something. But if you can't get 100, it is not compulsory. All right. But always strive to have from 70 and above. So we are going to add something. All right. Okay. So they say that the character count is too short. So can we have someone that suggests what we can use or what we can add? Just go to the chat. If you understand me perfectly, go to the chat and suggest something. What can we add? Or how do we rephrase the title to give us what we want? If you understand, please suggest something. Just type something. What do you think we can add? Or how should we rephrase the title for it to be long enough and still being positive in the sentiment and the word balance? Is there anyone that has a suggestion? If you have a suggestion, please go ahead. All right, so a welcome message to the group. So what do we add? A welcome message. Okay, I've seen one message here. An introductory welcome message to the group. Okay, this is amazing. A welcome felicitation to fresh members of content creation group. Okay, we are going to check the two. If anyone has it, please you drop it. Now, I've copied and pasted the first one, an introductory welcome message to the group. So let me save it as draft and see the ranking. Now, as you can see, it goes to 69. Who dropped that? That was Ibeka. Is that your name? Forgive me if the pronunciation is not correct. Chukwemeka, at least Chukwemeka is correct. Now, Chukwemeka, we have 69%. They say that the word balance is okay, sentiment is okay, headline is okay, character count is okay. Good, it's good. Now, they went ahead to analyze it. They said the beginning and the ending of the words, beginning and introductory welcome, amazing, ending to the group. Most readers only look at the first and last three words of a headline. Now, take note of that. Let me paste it for you. Take note of that. Now, most readers only look at the first and last three words of a headline before deciding whether to click. Now, this information should give you a clue how you should keep your headlines, because as you've heard now, when anyone sees the headlines, so they only look at the first part and the last part of it. The middle part does not really is not really what people want. So they just glance through the first part and the last part. So the beginning words and the ending words, please mark that down on your diary. Okay, introduction to SEO for content creation beginners group. Okay, Uju, that's actually far from what we are doing. That's actually a bit far, but I could give it a try to see what they give us. All right, so this is 69 from what um, Chukwemeka gave. So let me copy from my brother. I've seen one here from Prince Victor. A welcome felicitation to fresh members of content creation group. So let's see how it will land us. I save it as draft. Now, Prince Victor, 51%. So let's see what they say. Now, they remind us again that a very good score is between 670 and 90 for best result. Now, they line up the previous ones we did. Remember that we had 42%, we had 66, we had 69. And so it is to remind you that, hey, they tell you you are getting there, but you have to do more. Now, what is the issue? Word balance. They say that our word is not balanced. There is no word balance. So they mark it, they give a yellow sign, which stands for warning. Now they say we have a positive sentiment. It's positive, that's okay. Count is okay, 56 words is okay. So the problem now is okay, they say we should reduce word count. The word count should be reduced. Okay, because the words are too much. So the problem now is the word, okay, is the word balance. On common words, we have 0%. Emotional words, 0%. Power words, it's not there. So these are the counts. So they will analyze it for you. It is called headline analyzer. Common words, they say you have 30%. Which common words are the words that you see here? A, to, and of. For instance, if I say how to welcome, now what I'm going to type is not correct, but see, look at this. How to felicitation. Look at this. It's not correct. I just want to show you something. Now, have you seen that? Please, if you've seen it, acknowledge you've seen it. Have you seen something has changed drastically? It jumps to 72 immediately. Immediately, I added how to. Now, it is believed that how to is the most ranking words in search engine optimization. When everyone says how to, everyone is always, that is the reason when you check any blog, you will see how to category. There must always be how to make moi moi, how to make puff puff, how to make this, how to make that. Now you understand why everyone is always writing how to, because it ranks high. If you go to Google and type how to, you're going to see millions of how to do this and that, because everybody wants to know how to do a particular thing. For instance, if I type how to rank well in search engine optimization, everybody wants to read it. So this is the secret. So if now you see that they categorize how to among the power words. Are we learning here? So how to is among the power words. You have to be able to. So if we head on to Google now, if we head on to Google now to search power words, for headlines. Power words for headlines. Now, so this website has 212 power words to create attention-grabbing headlines. Are you guys with me?